Alright, well, I just got back home and fired this thing up.
Project roughed in at the church, so the guys got to come on Saturday. We're going to do the drywall and the mud, and then probably when that's all dry, painted, then put the trim on. What are you putting up? Oh, we put in, we added on this wall eight new circuits. Wow. Yeah, we have the cook-offs, and they're going to have a chili cook-off. Everybody's plugging their crock pots in, and you know, all the electrical appliances, and they were tripping breakers with what we had. Didn't have but maybe 4 circuits. Now we got 8 more, so we should have plenty now. So that was what I was doing today. Just take tomorrow off and go back on Saturday and finish up. Well, that's good. It'll keep you busy. It keeps you sharp, huh?
So with this radio, I just tune it to my antenna.
As I get older, I'm getting slower.
I don't use a tuner. I'm going straight to the antenna. Just adjust the radio for maximum power. And the Pi network, or whatever you want to call it, in the radio matches it just fine.
Oh, I guess not. Who else was out there I was talking? Well, Bram, are you still there? Oh, hi, Bram. Was. I was wondering about Bram the other day. I didn't think I ever heard him in a long time. And, of course, I don't listen too much here, but I was wondering how he was doing. How you doing, Bram? Good?
Yeah, every once in a while, this is one that Clark found at the Ham Fest here. So I don't know. I think the club was selling it, and it's really really clean. So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll take it. So I've got it hooked up right now with the VFO and the monitor scope, and I've got the digital display, and I had the speaker hooked up, but it just doesn't sound right anymore. I think it just went bad on me finally.
Yeah, David, doesn't that sound good to you? No, it's a very clear, sharp sound. Yeah.
I don't have the right microphone for it, so I'm using a Turner Plus 3, which is a power mic, but the Turner Plus 3 has a built-in compressor, and they're pretty sharp, I think, so that's probably why.
Probably need a lollipop for that.
A D104 would probably work pretty good for it, but you know, you've seen what these guys want for those things, and they always got a dead element.
Oh, yeah, I sold mine real cheap at a M-Fest. If I still had it, you would own it right now.
Yeah. Well, what you have to do is you got to convert them to an electric element, and I don't know how they sound in compared to the old one. But I had this one. A guy sold it to me for $20, and it was like they painted it and sanded it and painted it, and it just looked horrible. But it sounded like $1,000,000.
Yeah, for its time, they were good microphones.
But a lot of guys, unfortunately, try and put them on something new, like an ICOM. This guy put one on a 7300, you know, or just trying to be really nice and tell him he sounded like crap. But, you know, he wanted to use that microphone, and it's just certain radios don't work with him.
Well, they sound good on the old Kenwood 6146 radios, the 830s, the 820s, what else, the 520s. All those old radios sound good on it.
Oh yeah. I've had an 820, and a couple of 830s that gave me problems, but the problem with the 830s is they can't really be near anything else that transmits. They'll take out the coil in there on the front end, but a really really fun radio until you break them. KG7HR. I still got my 830 as my original ham radio that I got back in 1978. I can't part with it, but anyway, I unswitched it to band switch, and I had to send it in and have it fixed. And luckily, I had the AWL insurance on it, and it cost me $100 to have it fixed. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. No, dude, I wouldn't get rid of it. I would keep it. Like, just let them bury you with it, man. That's a piece of history, and that's nostalgic. And I mean, how much room is it really taking up, anyways? Right?
Yeah, it's in really good shape, really. It looks good, no scratches, didn't smoke, so it doesn't smell like cigarette smoke. So, yeah, it's in good shape. I just love the darn thing. And I had it online here, about a month ago, and the guy said it sounded good.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Alan's old 751 working again. I don't know what went wrong with it, but it only works on upper sideband now. But still, kind of a cool radio. So I don't really have too many projects. Like, most of the stuff I have works now. I had Tempo 2020 somebody gave me at the Hamfest that's missing the top cover. I troubleshooted it a few times and I fixed it. So that thing's working. That's a pair of 6146s. A really weird radio made by Uniden. I don't know if you ever saw them, but they were out about the time that the 830s were out.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah, the Unidens. Yeah. I always related those to CB radio.
That's what I thought. I was like, yep. And guess what? Of course, it's got all kinds of funny crystals in it.
Yeah, you can put it anywhere you want it, right?
No, you had to have the crystals, and then it has these weird band segments. So you push the button, and it goes like 500, or so. Like, if we were on this band, I'd have to push the button for anything above 500, and then I push it again, and it would put me at like 3.9. It's just really weird band segments for each band, so you could kind of quickly jump around by pushing the button.
Yeah, I've seen them and knew about them, but I never really operated one back then.
I'll have to put it on sometime when you get on here again. David's heard it. I don't know if it was all that great. Terry said it was okay.
What are we talking about?
That weird Tempo 2020 radio that I got on there that I had to convert the microphone connector to get it to work. Because Uniden used some weird microphone.
Oh, that one sounded good. I was really surprised. It had a very good, the way you explained the radio to me, it was a kind of a high-end radio back in this day.
I don't think it's high end. I just think it costs too much if you want one right now.
Well, anyway, I remember it sounded good.
Ed, what are you on? You're on a why do I want to think it's a 9000? I'm just not sure.
Is that a Kenwood 2000? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm off a little off frequency a little bit. I hit the bump the dial. Yeah, it's a Kenwood PS 2000.
Oh wow, yeah, I had one of those. I got tired of fixing it though.
Yeah, I've been babying this one. The VHF works on it. I understand the guys that I've known that had those. That's the problem. They always burn out the finals in the VHF, UHF.
Oh no, I had problems with the ceramic filters, so I lost my secondary receiver on I think 2 meters and 440, but it still worked on AM. So I'd already replaced them once. It was fine. It was fine on HF, but it seemed like it was like about 5 S units too low on receive. But other than that, it was really pretty good until I had that other problem. But mine was supposed to be a serial number that wasn't affected, but it was, and it had been repaired 3 times.
I dug out the matter the other day. I tried something. I'm like, what the heck was I doing? I got the manual and oh yeah, that reminded me what I had done. And I looked and I had bought that thing in April of 2010.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one I had was a 2008.
And of the series there, I don't know what years that they had problems with those, but I guess they improved it.
Well, the guy I bought it from acted really nervous when I bought it from him, and I got it for like $400. So, it was, he said, yes, it's already been fixed. It was, years ago, it was sent out in the first year. It failed in the first year. Well, I think it was going bad, and he kind of knew it, but I got a smoking deal on it. I fixed it twice, and then I just basically gave it to my friend Jim.
Has he still got it? Is it still working good?
He traded it to that shady guy on Craigslist that always has the radios for sale that says cash and carry, no BS. And the guy claimed the radio was perfect, even though I knew it was broken.
Yeah, Tommy out in Chino Valley was telling me about a guy that Texas radios and pretty reasonable. And all I gotta do is send it to him. And I don't know who it is, but he said if you ever had any problems, just let me know and we'll get together with him. The guy in Chino Valley? No, he's not in Chino Valley. I think he's over in California.
Oh, okay, yeah. Somebody in Chino Valley told you about it?
Yeah, you know Tommy out there in Chino Valley?
Is he on 2 meter sideband?
I think he does occasionally, and I guess on the biggest round repeater, of course. And Tommy's the Arizona traffic manager then.
Oh, I've heard him before. Okay.
He's a pretty good friend of mine. I check into the net as much as I can every night. He's on it, comes on at 7 o'clock right now on 3986.
When are they going to tell KC7ASA to fix his audio?
You know what he's doing? He's running remote from his kitchen out to his radio shack. Yeah, Tommy's been complaining about that with him.
I've heard him muddy for the last 5 years, so I know him from the Triple H net from like 2014 or 15, and he didn't sound that bad back then. But every time I hear him, he just sounds muddy.
Yeah, he got sick, and his wife got sick, and she ended up passing away. And he don't get out to the radio, from what I understand. He doesn't get out to his radio shack too much, and he runs remote somehow. I don't know, on his cell phone to his radio, and he's got some kind of cheapy headset he uses. I don't know what he does, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think he needs to go see a counselor, to be honest with you. He was going nuts on the Triple H net and just trying to be like the DX police and all this crap. He's a nice guy. I've known him for a long time, but he's not coping well with the loss.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've heard him. I know what you're saying. He's changed. I've known him quite a long time.
Yeah, he used to be a real riot on the Triple H net. I mean, like, I was what got me interested in it. And, and then we'd have a round table after the net and stuff. And then we'd get on the friendly net, which was the Trevor in Trinidad.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. He was in the Army, in the Army, and he was in the Army Security Agency. That's how he got it, why he got that call.
Ah, yep. Well, I guess all you can do is pray and hope that people get better.
Yeah, I think he gets better. He sounds better in recent weeks, maybe a month now. So, yeah, he's pretty smart dude. He was down at Fort Huachuca.
I think some of us are too smart for our own good, but not me. I'm not that smart. I'm kind of like run of the mill, like I'm good, but I'm not good enough. I get lucky a few times, but like Clark, he just is so good at all this crap, and he's so stubborn too. Like, I get frustrated and I'm like, okay, I couldn't figure that one out. Next. Yeah, I can hear you just a little bit. You're kind of at my noise, but I hear you just fine. Like 90% copy. KG7HR.
I live near Tuscaloosa, Arizona.
Yeah, I hear him calling me, and I accidentally doubled with you guys. So I'm copying about 90% of his signal right now. This is KG7HR.
David, you copied him? Yeah, I copied him. I didn't get your name and his name, but I did copy him. Well, go ahead and talk to him, David. You probably hear him better. Friend, online chat occasionally. What was your name in Big Bear? Brandon is my name. Again? Brandon? Brandon. Okay. Hello, Brandon.
Oh, Mr. Analog, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just happened to be doing some dial things as you guys thought I'd drop in and say hello.
Yeah, I'm on the 101e right now, and I'm not even using the tuner. I just tuned the radio to the antenna, so I don't know how much power I'm putting out. I don't even have a damn watt meter.
Yeah, I'm running my little meter 100 watts right now, but the vision seems pretty good, so I thought I'd give it a try since you guys copied me.
Yeah, I actually hear you pretty good as long as there's no noise. And what antenna are you using?
I'm just running off a long wire 73-footer on a 9-to-1 runner.
I bet you would gain like 5S units with the dipole.
Oh, 100%. I just haven't been able to get out the back for it and clear a place for it because of all the fire and stuff going on. But hopefully in the next week or two, I'm going to put a dipole on. I want to try and do a 80-meter loop, but I just got to see if I have the ability to get it up high enough with enough trees outside.
Very cool. Yeah, yep. Yeah, well, it's working pretty good right now, so that's why I was thinking if you had that, you would probably do very well. So, David, that's my friend Brandon. He watches my channel and stuff, and we all chat on the live streams and stuff like that. He's over there in Big Bear next to Mark and what's the other guy? Oh God, I can't remember his name. David, do you remember the other guy in Big Bear?
You talking about Randy?
Yeah.
He doesn't live in Big Bear. He lives near Big Bear. I forgot the name of the town.
Oh, okay. I thought he lived in Big Bear.
I mean, it's close. I don't remember the name. If somebody mentioned it, I would. But Brandon, I thought all the fires were out over there. Is that Crossline? Yeah, Crossline. That's it. Yeah, that's where I had my honeymoon. Brandon, I thought all the fires were out over there. Well, and then they started up a couple days ago on a hot spot. Ended up jumping Highway 38, started marching north of the canyon towards my area. I'm on the east side of Big Bear Valley, and got a little trench for a day and a half, but they started getting it burned back on itself. And today has been probably the best day in terms of smoke and all that, so I think we may be out of the woods now, thankfully. And I talked to that guy Mark a couple times. He's always pretty up whenever I get him around here. And Crestline is about 45 minutes across the mountains to the west. It's on the northwestern part of the ridge. I'm on the eastern part. Yeah, I think he told us that Crestline was supposed to be evacuated when they had the real bad fire this summer. Yeah, the fire started down in Highland, at the bottom of the mountain, and it started moving north up the slope. It got real close to Arrowhead, but Crestline was okay. Running Springs got evacuated. They almost got overrun, but the fire department did a real good job. And then it started turning to heat, and once it got into the Santa Ana River Canyon ranges, it just had fuel to burn for days. So it's not a little hairy, but I think it got within about 4 miles of Big Bear, but they did a real good job with the brakes. They also had some outbreaks in 2022 with the El Dorado fire, so they did a phenomenal job. Well, thank God. Yeah, it got real ugly for a bit, so I'm relieved you don't have to evacuate again or anything like that, so I'm happy.
Very cool. Yeah, you have to get another antenna up there, and then you can like be in the round table every night. I mean, you'd fit right in here with David because he's always having problems with bears and all sorts of stuff.
I gotta get a dipole going, and I do want to do an 80-meter loop if I 3845 and, tomorrow. But there's a lot of decent people. And then, I just have a feeling that it's easier. The other days, it's a hit or miss, but this one seems to be the most consistent. So, yeah, that's my next project in the winter.
270 feet of wire. I mean, you know how I got mine, and I'm not even feeding it with ladder line. And if I did, it makes a little bit of a difference. But I mean, if you have a long feed point, then the ladder line is definitely the way to go. But yeah, I mean, that would it would definitely be the best thing to do. I think is the loop, because I was just looking at it earlier because I was talking to Brian about it, and he wants to put one up too, and it has about 1 dB gain over a dipole is what we were looking at. Now 1 dB doesn't sound like much, but I mean it's gain. So that little bit of gain, and then the fact that it gets rid of most of the noise. Well, make sure you watch like Phoenix Craigslist, because you might find a deal good enough to drive up here for. SB220s pop up around here quite frequently.
Good night. Hey, good night, Ed. Glad to chat, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, catch you in the morning, hopefully.
Have a good night, Ed.
Sorry to clear on too, Brent. Brandon, nice meeting you, and you guys carry on. This is KG7 Oil in Prescott. Good night.
All right, David. Have a good night. But it looks like as soon as that happened, the band started to fade too. Well, I just got back home from, I was down in Sun City, and 2 days in a row I had to change the cam position sensors on my mother-in-law's Nissan Pathfinder, and I accidentally broke the radiator hose tree. So I was down there in 108-degree weather. I left at about 5:30, so I just got home not too long ago. I can hear you pretty good. I'm recording it right now, so I'll upload it here in about a couple minutes as soon as we get off of here, and then I don't know how long it'll take, because it's about 24 minutes already into it, but I'll upload it and you can hear what you sound like on the 101E. What radio is it? Oh, okay. Well, the 710, I don't know. I've never tried any other microphone with it, because I wanted to check the pin out. But I think the only microphone that might be like better to use would be the one that you would buy for like the 450, like that one that I got that was really for a Vertex standard where you had to clip the black wire.
stated red, like nuclear launch button for the PPT. And that's the most fun because I can't get the XLR registered on the radio. So I'm gonna look for something else for that. But I like running the XLR so I can have it on my boom and I can go hamster with the exception of the PPT.
A bunch of the cables I have, I took them apart and found out they actually have matching transformers in them. They're like quarter-inch, or a quarter-inch just regular mono to XLR, and some of them don't, and some of them do. So you might be running into that maybe.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. The mic I have is the Ft101e. It's a really good all-around mic for doing, like vocals and samples and things like that. So I think that this doesn't work on the radio. And, I was looking at, like, the S90 and all the AC ones, so it's kind of on the fence. But I'd really like to do my boom. It's got the isolation that you can use and, up and out of the way. And use the switch and trigger it, so that's kind of the direction I'm going, but I'm pretty open.
Yeah, I think the factory microphone for that radio is really good though. But maybe that is why it doesn't quite sound as good as the 7300. Maybe the microphone isn't as optimized as it could be. But that's a new microphone, and I don't really know that it's any better or worse than the old ones. What was the old one was an MH48, right?
I did some tweaking on the 710 here for the audio settings. A buddy of mine has one, and he has a similar voice. He sent me his EQ settings, and it's been pretty good. I haven't really had a lot of complaints, but, I just like to use the microphone booth. I've already got it set up here on my desk and everything, so it'd just be easier.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, the I played with the 710 like over and over and over, and now I bought a 7300 like like in August, and every time I get on it, everybody knows, they can tell. But I mean, they both sound really good, but there's something different about the 7300. And I actually, now that I investigate it, I wouldn't necessarily say it sounds better. It just sounds different. I ran into issues too with JS8 call, where it's sort of different between the two. I try to use JTDX because it's just so much more information, particularly like who the station is, you know where they're at. Whereas with the original software, you don't know. It's pointless. Nobody's using it for what it was intended to be. I don't want a heartbeat report. Yep. All right. Well, you're starting to fade up and down a little bit, so I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna get this uploaded and you can watch it. So it's hot in here because the the air conditioner has not been on because I've been gone all day. So it was really awesome talking to you on here, Brandon. Okay. All right, bud. We'll catch you later. This is KG7HR.